When God washed the world. That is our story for today. In the beginning, when God looked at the earth he had made, behold, it was good, very good. The people were good, the animals were tame, the birds were not afraid. God was pleased with what he saw. Many years later, when God looked at the earth, behold, it had become wicked, very wicked. Almost all of the people were wicked. Many of the animals were fierce, and the birds flew away if anyone came near. God was not pleased with what he saw. I will send a flood, said God, a flood of water to wash away earth's wickedness. In a green valley near a cypress forest lived the good man Noah with his good wife. Every morning and evening, Noah talked with God. God told Noah about the flood he was sending to wash away earth's wickedness. The water would be so deep. It would cover the cypress trees. It would cover the highest mountains. Said God to Noah, build an ark for the saving of all that will come into it. God told Noah just how to build the ark. Build it long, build it wide, said God. Build it 3 stories high. Make a window in the roof and a door in the side. Make rooms for people, rooms for animals, rooms for birds, and rooms for food. Build it of cypress wood and daub it with pitch within and without. Noah drew a picture of the ark. It looked like a ship below and a house above. Noah hired workmen with sharp axes and saws to go into the cypress forest to cut down trees. From the forest came the sound of chopping and sawing, and great trees falling. When a giant cypress fell, the ground shook. Bullocks dragged the logs into the green valley. There, man sawed them into beams and boards of the building of the ark. During the time of cutting trees and building the ark, their sons were born to Noah and his wife. They named the oldest son Japheth, the middle son Shem, and the youngest son Ham. As the boys were growing, there were many things they could do to help their father. They could be water boys and carry water. They could gather pitch to daub the ark, and they could ride and guide the bullocks. Years and years, and still more years went by. Shem, Ham, and Japheth grew to be men. They married good wives. People came from near and far to watch Noah and his sons and the workmen build the ark. Noah warned the people about the flood that God was sending to wash away earth's wickedness. But the people laughed at him. They said, "There has never been a flood, and there never will be." 120 years was Noah building the ark. But at last the day came when Shem had sewed the last board, Ham had pounded the last wooden peg, Japheth had daubed the last bit of pitch, and Noah had warned the people for the last time. The ark was finished. The door stood open. Noah and his wife went inside. Shem, Ham, and Japheth and their wives went inside. The people outside the ark laughed and laughed. "Ho, ho, ho," they said. "Where is the water to float your ark? Who said there would be a flood? It has never rained. It never will." Then someone on the edge of the crowd pointed toward the forest. "Look, look! Look at the animals!" Out of the forest came wild animals. From the green valley came tame animals, 2 by 2, some of them by 7s. The animals marched as in a parade, up the ramp, through the doorway, into the ark. 2 by 2, birds flew into the ark. Angels that couldn't be seen were leading the animals and birds to the ark. Inside, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth guided them into stalls, pens, and cages. When all of the birds and animals were in the ark, Noah came to the door and invited the people, "Come into the ark and be saved." But they would not come, not even the workman who had cut cypress trees and helped build the ark. Slowly, 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 the door to the ark closed. God had shut the door, and no one but God could open it again. Inside the ark, Noah and his wife, and Shem, Ham, and Japheth with their wives waited and listened and waited, but nothing happened that day, nor the next, nor the next, nor the next. 7 days, Noah and his family waited and listened and waited, and then they heard it. Splat, splutter, splash! Rain fell on the ark. Splat, splutter, splash! Pour! It rained harder. Noah looked up through the ark window. He saw angry clouds. He saw lightning. He heard the thunder roll and the wind roar. Flash, crash, roar, pour. The animals were frightened. Cows bowled. Tigers screamed. Elephants trumpeted. But Noah and his family were not afraid. They knew God would take care of them. The water became deeper and deeper and deeper until it was a sea of tumbling waves. The ark rolled the waves up and rolled the waves down. It dipped this way, it dipped that way. But it was God of strong cypress wood and made after God's plan. Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth had built it well. Day and night, angels watched over the ark. Safely it rode through the storm. 40 days, 40 nights it rained, and then the rain stopped. The ark floated quietly on the water. The animals and birds became less afraid. When Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth fed them, the animals made eager sniffs and snuffs. Monkeys chattered, birds twittered. One day, Noah felt the bottom of the ark scrape on the ground. Then it stood still. "The water must be going down," he said. "It will let a bird fly out the window," said Noah. "If the water has gone down below the treetops, the bird will stay in the trees and not return." Noah first sent out black raven and later white dove. But they both came back to the ark. Noah said, "The water still covers the trees." Then one day, white dove brought back an olive leaf. And another day, she didn't come back at all. "The water is drying up," said Noah. Days and days and more days went by, and it was Noah's birthday. He was 601 years old. Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth made the day special by removing the roof of the ark. They looked out and saw that the ark rested high up in the mountains. They saw trees that were uprooted and rocks tumbled about, but the ground was dry and the grass was growing. Still, God did not open the door of the ark, not yet. One day, after the grass had grown tall enough to give the animals plenty of food, slowly, the door of the ark opened. Noah opened the doors of the rooms inside, and the animals came hurrying out of the ark. They barked, they trumpeted, they squealed for joy. They rolled over and over in the cool green grass, and then raced down the mountainside. Some birds sang, "God is good, God is love," then flew away to find places to build their nests. Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth gathered stones and built an altar unto the Lord. The family knelt about the altar while Noah prayed. "Thank you, God, for keeping us safe. Thank you for the good, clean earth." God answered by hanging a rainbow in the sky, the very first rainbow ever to be seen. He said, "I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token that the water shall no more cover the whole earth."